What's going on? It's Eli back with another video, and in today's video we're going to talk about what I think is the most underrated Fujifilm camera, which is the Fujifilm X-T30. Now, if you don't know about Fujifilm and their brand, they were originally a film manufacturer, and then they transferred over to digital cameras. And in their digital cameras, what sets those apart from the rest is that they have film simulations, and that's why a lot of people have gravitated towards Fujifilm cameras, because it allows you to get a pretty close match to the film look without actually shooting film. Especially with the price of film going up now, the prices are skyrocketing, so this is literally, you get the film look for free at that. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are gravitating towards Fujifilm cameras and why they're gaining popularity super quick. Now, I don't have the camera in my hands right now because it is my only digital camera, so that's really what I record my YouTube videos with, since I primarily shoot film. So that's actually, the footage you're seeing right now is video off of the Fuji X-T30. But this is not a review. I'm not like a professional camera reviewer or anything. This is just my thoughts on the camera and why I think it's the most underrated camera. If you want to watch a review, I mean, there's plenty of videos probably out on YouTube about it. Somebody's probably made a review on the camera. Now, the camera was made to be pretty much a consumer version of the X-T3 or X-T4 because it has a lot of the same specs, but it just has less professional features, I guess. But I'm not really that focused on the specs. I'm just focused on how the camera works, how I shoot with it personally, and how it affects my workflow, how it makes my work better or worse. But as far as the specs, it has a 26 megapixel crop sensor, and I mean, crop sensor isn't really that big of a deal for me, especially in today's day and age. I feel like with the gain in megapixel counts, I mean, crop sensor, full frame, you know, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, especially with the Fujifilm system and everything that comes with it that you can't find in other full frame cameras. So I feel like, you know, Fujifilm makes up for that in the other features that the camera has. But 26 megapixels is more than enough for anybody, I feel like, unless you're trying to like print out your work super large scale. Then I mean, 26 megapixels is definitely enough, especially for like Instagram, you know, small to medium sized prints, things like that. The camera also comes with 4K video, but it only has 4K video for like up to 10 minutes recording, which is kind of, you know, bad. But as far as the video quality, I mean, this is my only digital camera and I do use it for video, so to me the video quality is more than enough. As you can see in the videos, it fits everything I need for the videos, so I really wasn't that worried about video quality. If I really was, I probably would have got another camera, but you know, I was actually pretty surprised by the video quality from this camera because I originally only got it to take pictures. Now, the X-T30 has the X-Trans4 sensor, which has every film simulation besides like classic negative, and then I think it might have been one other one. But it pretty much has all the film simulations that the X-Trans3 sensors and everything previous to that had, which is amazing. I love everything you can do with the film simulations, adjusting it to pretty much get, you know, the exact look you want straight out of camera. I rarely shoot RAW for this unless I'm doing like something super important. So this camera, I really don't ever need to shoot RAW. I always pretty much get the results, or at least very close to the results that I need, with minimal editing afterwards straight out of the camera, and that's something I really do like. And also the customization of the film simulations. I have like different film simulations stored in for different types of films, so I really do feel like I'm shooting film sometimes. Like I could get different looks based on like different simulations, just like how I could get different looks based off different film stocks when I'm shooting film. Also, it keeps all of my work looking consistent. Since I do shoot primarily film, when I do shoot digital, I still want my work to look somewhat consistent. So that's why like the film simulations and tweaks I've done to it to kind of, it makes it easier afterwards when I edit for everything to look similar. And then some people even think like when I shoot with this camera that I'm shooting on film sometimes. So it's pretty good to keep my work similar whether I'm shooting film or digital. But surrounding the Fujifilm cameras, you know, most of the people talk about, you know, the X100V or the X-T4 or the X-T3, X-T4, you know, all the other cameras. I know the X-H2S just came out, but I haven't really seen many people talking about the X-T30. And I feel like it's just, you know, kind of like a dark horse. It's very underrated, so I feel like I had to make a video about it since this is my only digital camera, and I love the results I get out of it and how the camera performs. And I feel like it needs, you know, more recognition as far as like, you know, the other Fujifilm cameras that people like and everything. I feel like the X-T30 should be up there in the conversations, especially when we're talking about affordability. I mean, you can get this camera used now for like $500–600, and compared to the other Fujifilm cameras, you know, especially like the newer ones, like that's crazy. For all the features you get, you know, it's not really many trade-offs as far as price. So I feel like, especially for beginners, this might be the best Fujifilm camera for beginners trying to break into the system. I mean, I've used this camera literally for like everything you can think of. I've used it for sports, I've used it for events, I've used it for portraits, and it's never let me down. Like, I've never been let down by this camera. Everything I've thrown at this camera is always, you know, blown my mind. In the colors, like the Fujifilm colors, come on now, you really can't beat Fujifilm colors. So I've never been disappointed by this camera, and I don't think I ever will be, to be honest. The only thing I don't like about the camera is that the fact that it's so small. I mean, I kind of do like that it's small, but in certain situations, like, you know, when you're trying to grip the camera, it doesn't really have a grip. So I had to buy like an external grip. But compared to like other cameras, like it's literally like pretty much the same size as my point and shoot film camera that I have, which is crazy. Especially the beginning results I get out of such a small camera is literally like insane. So I mean, if anybody is like a beginner or looking to break into the Fujifilm system, or you're on a budget, I feel like this camera is definitely the camera for you. Especially nowadays, everybody looking at the more expensive ones, especially like in the medium format world. Like the GFX system and things like that Fuji has. But if you're just looking for, you know, a beginner camera or even just like a side camera, I know it's supposed to be a consumer camera, but I've done professional work with it. It has professional results, especially for the price point. I feel like you can't really pass up this camera. It's definitely my favorite digital camera I've had or that I've even used, to be honest. And I don't even use this camera that much. I mean, I mostly shoot film, but if I do shoot digital, this is the camera that I use pretty much every time, and it's never disappointed me. Now, I can't just sit here and talk up the camera without me, you know, actually going out and showing you guys the results and using the camera. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Now, I ain't used this camera in what seems like years, but hey, we ball. This will happen when you got like 6 cameras. It's like having 6 kids. You gotta find time to see every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like every single one of them got different baby mamas. All right, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, this. Oh, hold on. That's like. All right, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. Look off to the side. Oh. All right, look at the camera. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Actually, do that.
I'm just doing anything.
Just put it up. Yeah, just put it up and then look at the camera. There we go. That's hard. Hold on. That's cool. There we go. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'll probably do this. Hold on.
You can see my eyes, right?
Yeah. All right, look down. All right, look off. How you just was. Look back at me. All right. You can take it off. I'm good. Talk about a real using it. Talk about my side. Man. Alright. Let's go back here real quick though. Let me get you like leaning on this stuff.
Like this or like?
Like this. Well, yeah, like this. Alright. Let me get this in. Let me get a full body real quick. What, she was looking at you?
Yo, I had to look away. I was.
Hey, this is cold. Whoa, I should have been down here. All right, look at the camera. Look a little bit serious down the camera.
Yeah,
Look at me. Bro, this is heat. Let me get some. It was like this.